Yes, sir. We're back for another episode of Game Sessions. Let's
Run your
go.
mouth, spit your game, talk that talk, say that name, keep it real, cause I'ma do the same. It's time to spit your game, time to spit your game. My whole vibe on go mode. We in the section going loco. I got it jumping like a pogo. You in my frame like a photo. Going get me, that's a no-no. Every day I got a new show. Cause when I'm outside turning up, I'm going live on my GoPro. I'm spitting gang like an OG. Ballin' out like Ginobili. RP to Kobe. These boys can't hold me. This ain't your speed, stay in your lane. I think it's time to spit your gang.
Yo. Welcome to another episode of Game Sessions. Game Sessions. This is your host, Trez, Tres. We in the house today. We got to get another episode out the way. This is 2025, the second episode. Trying to get it consistent, so we're going to get it going. So I appreciate everybody that tapped in. I appreciate everybody that watched the last episode with the NFL draft. Most of my picks were right. Some of them was wrong. I didn't expect some trades, but hey, it is what it is. But we on to a new episode, man. We got a topic that we're gonna talk about. Probably spend about 10 to 15 minutes on it. It's just gonna be another episode down the drain, man. So let's get to it. So first thing we're gonna talk about, man. Well, I said the thing we're gonna talk about, man, is the hot topic of the draft, man. Shedeur Sanders. Man, look, Shedeur Sanders. I'm I'm 70-30. 70 NFL, 30 his pops, man. And I'm gonna get to it. So yeah, we're gonna get into it, man. Um, the draft took place. He was a top two QB the whole year, the whole collegiate year. He didn't do anything on the field to diminish his draft status. All experts, draft experts, had him going at least the first or the second round. No less. First or second round. All the draft experts, the Mel Kipers, the ESPN, whole CBS, a lot of the mock draft people that did it in the on the NFL Network, all of them had him going the top either the first round or early second round. So what happened? Let's get down to it. So, if you all know, Eli Manning had a situation with his dad Archie back in the early 2000s where Eli Manning didn't want to go to San Diego at the time. They're Los Angeles Chargers now, but he didn't want to go to San Diego. So what his dad do? His dad said, "Hey, we don't want to go to San Diego. We want to go to New York Giants." Just so happened, San Diego had the number one pick. I think the Giants had the fourth pick at the time. So what they do, they basically made it known we ain't playing in San Diego, and you ain't gonna make us play in San Diego because we don't want to. So at the time, the top two QBs was Eli Manning and Philip Rivers. So get to the point. They interview Eli Manning. Eli Manning says he didn't, when the process happens, it happens, something of that nature. What happens if you, I think the lady asked him, would you wear a San Diego hat if they choose you? And he said, we'll see, something of that nature. And that was it. And with the first pick of that year's draft, the San Diego Chargers selected Eli Manning. Eli Manning went up to the podium, went up to the stage, shook the commissioner's hand, held the jersey up, didn't put the hat on. Later on, I think the Giants selected Philip Rivers, and they ended up getting traded for one another, where Philip ended up going to San Diego, and Eli went to the Giants. And the rest was history. Eli went on to win two Super Bowls and had a stellar career. Philip Rivers had a great career at San Diego. That's it. So I feel like, and the reason I say 30% was on Dion is because I think he felt that his son was in that Eli Manning mold at the time. And he felt like he could do the same thing that Archie Manning did with his son. Only thing about it is this is the modern day era. Social media is everything now. And the way people talk about this and talk about that and pull up old tweets and pull up old stuff like that, it could come back to bite you. And I think that's what happened. For an example, Exhibit A.
Like that. Okay. Like, it's not like who I would like for him to play for. It's a couple teams that I won't allow him to play for. So it's not like that. But this is my profession. I know what's behind the curtain. We ain't got to get back there for me to understand what's behind the curtain and what's not prominent for my son. I'm not doing it. Ain't
and
no
if he doesn't
world.
listen to you?
Who? 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 Yeah. You must mean owners, like not my son. Like, my son knows my voice and he understands that I've done this and done that. Like, my kids respect their father because they know their father ain't perfect, but their father's always been present.
So, was the Cleveland Browns one of those teams that he didn't allow his team to or allow his son to go to? Could have been. I didn't pull up the old tweet where I should. He was saying an old tweet about what Dion said. He respect what the Cleveland Browns were doing, but he don't think a young QB should go to Cleveland. So I mean, sometimes things come back and bite you, man. And sad to say, it didn't affect Dion. Excuse me, it didn't affect Dion. It affected his son because his son is top two QB in the whole college. Some say top three. All those GMs saying that they didn't have him as a first round grade or second. Come on, cut that out. Cut that out, man. The guy had a 70-some completion percentage, threw 30-some touchdowns, only 10 picks, led a Colorado Buffaloes team the last 2 years. They only had one win the previous year before he came. Come on. If Shedeur played at Alabama with those stats, he would have been a Heisman candidate for one, and he would have been a sure lock at number one, a first round pick. Surefire. People just, he didn't play nobody. He didn't do anything. This man didn't even have a running game at all. So if a team know that all you finna do is pass and they still can't stop it, that says a lot about you as a player. But there's here nor there. So that's the 30%. I think that I say is on Dion. I think he bit off more than he can chew. Shedeur didn't kind of help it either because he was like, that's just it's rumors they're saying that he went into interviews saying that if you want to win, pick me, or if you don't want to win, if you don't want your organization to change, don't draft me. That rubs some owners the wrong way. I mean, that's just confidence to me. I mean, he's a bright kid. The guy's smart. None of his teammates have ever said anything bad about him. He's never been in the locker room problems. He's never had any off the field problems. A lot of that was just excuses. He didn't have a good interview. In whose eyes? And if an owner asks you a question and you didn't answer it the way that he wanted you to answer it, then yeah, that'll be, he didn't answer the way I want to answer. And then by his last name, Sanders, if it was Shedeur Williams, he wouldn't have that problem. But Sanders he has that the name is arrogant. The family is highly thought of, and they have the pedigree. So it's not nothing knocking him. Shouldn't be nothing knocking him. And the reason I say is 70% of the NFL because the NFL knew what they were doing. They said the owners had it to whereas, and it's just rumors, the owners had it to whereas they told GMs or GMs told owners or whatever the case was to don't draft him, take him off the board for some teams. Now, true enough, some teams didn't need QBs, so that's understandable. But this is my thing: if you didn't need a Q, if teams didn't need a QB, and they just felt like he was a backup, then you would choose a valid backup. But teams knew that that kid had potential to start. That's why they didn't draft. Because it's a lot of teams that could use a good backup, but they didn't see him as a backup. They saw him as a starter. And they also saw him as a player that could challenge a starter depending on who the starter is. Not the elite starters like your Burrows and your Jacksons and your probably possibly your of course Mahomes, your Herberts, your Jared Goffs, your Matthew Staffords and stuff like that. But if you're talking about a Michael Penix Jr. or what's the kid and a JJ McCartney, a McCarthy, or I'm not gonna even say Bo Nix. Um, who else? A Tua Tagovailoa, a type of player like that. Justin Fields, like he could challenge those type of players to start. He has that type of potential. So of course you're not gonna draft that. Plus you're gonna have soon you mess up. We want Shedeur. We want Shedeur, and they didn't want that. They didn't want that type of smoke. But the NFL, man, they knew what was going on. They knew what that guy's presence is, and they let it get to him, and they wanted to prove a point. But why would you want to prove a point to a kid? He's a kid. Well, he's a young man, rather. He's trying to fulfill his dream, regardless of what you think about him. And then I hear these commentary people and stuff saying, "Well, if they didn't want to draft him, then I mean, if they wanted to draft him, they would have took him." Come on, man. Jalen Miro over Shedeur, Tyler Shook over Shedeur, Dylan Gabriel over Shedeur. That's when it hit the fan. Once they drafted Dylan Gabriel, I was like, "Oh hell no, really?" Dylan Gabriel, and I like Oregon. Oregon is a good team, and he's a good quarterback. But come on, man, people had him not even getting drafted, and he went in the third round. They wanted to prove a point to him. Now, I'm not gonna say that he probably didn't need a little humbling, but that's just confidence and cockiness, man. That's just what he is. He's always been that way. They show videos of him when he was a kid, and he was that way. And so he was 11, 12, talking with someone, with his head on his shoulders. He's talking right because his dad instilled that in him. Same way he did Shiloh, same way he did Shalom, Bucky, and DeAndre. He instilled it in all of them. And people don't like that. They don't like that cockiness. They don't like that feeling about themselves. They didn't do that to Johnny Manziel. Johnny Manziel, yeah, he won a Heisman. Okay, cool. Only highlights they showed when he was getting drafted when they beat Alabama. That was it. But then I'm like, how is they gonna say that Shedeur didn't have a strong arm when he threw the game winning game time touchdown against I think it was Colorado State or someone he threw it was somebody he threw a game winning touchdown from rolling to his left and threw it right. Come on, man. If that ain't no strong enough arm, I don't know what is. But his excuses, they didn't say nothing about that strong arm last year. He had the same arm, and he was a top two QB going to this year. His arm ain't getting no stronger than it was last year, and you still have him as a projected top two or top five draft pick. Come on, man. Y'all excuses be running out. Let's get to the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland Browns selected Dylan Gabriel in the third round, then selected Shedeur Sanders. Okay, cool, fine. No problem about it. All right, Shedeur, he has something to prove. What I didn't like was the excuse and the look of I think it's the GM. Let's take a look.
Your guys' reaction in the war room. It just didn't look necessarily exuberant.
I think we're probably just tired from the weekend.
Those clips, it's not timed up to exactly the right
When
time.
we're actually
so I
making a
wouldn't
pick.
don't read too much into that.
Man, reading to you the Rock's ass, man. That was some BS. You sitting there, oh, we was tired. I bet y'all clapped when y'all took that 7th round pick or the 6th round pick. Come on, man. You look, man. Come on, man. Yeah, your face do look like you sleepy, but come on, bro. Come on, man. I truly hope that he don't go, that Shedeur has a fair shot. I hope they don't try to blackball that guy, that young man, and try to make it as if soon he do something they don't like, they ready to throw it against them. I really truly hope they don't do that young kid like that, because he's a bright kid. Cleveland already love him. One of the David Njoku tweeted about him or left it on his stories. Hey, let him hate, fam. You know what you got in you, man. Come on, man. They already supporting the kid, man. And there was another Cleveland Brown player said they can't wait for him to come, that he could possibly be QB1. Like, these folks don't believe in no Kenny Pickett. These folks don't believe in no Dylan Gabriel. They damn sure don't believe in no damn Joe Flacco. And Deshaun Watson, man, he just a shell of himself. Shedeur, all he has to do is to go into camp and show what he got. Get that man the type of talent. He got the running game. They drafted the Juggins and the other kid, so they get in the running game. So, man, I just truly hope, man, that he has a fair shot at being QB1. And I think he can be QB1 if he gets that fair shot. If he goes in there, works hard, conditions, do the things that he needs to do as a professional. Coach Prime, we all love you, bro. You one of the greatest players to ever play the game of football, one of the most athletic players to ever play the game of football. But I think it's time for you to move aside and let Shedeur be the man that he needs to be to succeed. Not saying you can't be there for a listening ear. They dad was going, hey, how you feel about this? How you feel about that? But they don't need your comments, man. They don't need you being the Jerry Jones of the Cleveland Browns. They don't need that. They already got it, because that ain't gonna do them but rub them the wrong way even more. So you just need to sit back, chill, let your son be his son, let him grow up and do what he gonna do. But that's just me on the outside. That's your son. You're gonna do what you want to do. But I just hope he just allow his son to grow. And shout outs to Shiloh Sanders. Shiloh Sanders don't get enough credit, man. People talking about, oh, he's the best brother in the world. Yeah, he is the best brother in the world. He's the best friend in the world, but he's a damn good player too. And let's not go. It's a lot of defensive. It's a few defensive. I know one defensive player somebody drafted in the late round. He didn't even he had 4 sacks his whole 4 years in college. Like, come on, man. Shedeur should have been. Shiloh should have been drafted, even if it's in the 7th round, just to hear his name being called. But guess what? He didn't even care, because he was so happy that his brother got the shine and got the recognition, and everything was for his brother. But Shiloh, you are seen, my brother. And you probably ain't gonna see this either, but bro, you are truly appreciated, man. And there's a lot of brothers, man, that need to take what you did and how you act and the character that you have, man, and they need to instill it in them, and probably instill it into their family, man. Because for the way you support your brother, the way y'all mingle, and y'all can laugh and joke about things, man, that is great. And the way you act when he got drafted, man, it was like you got drafted, and that was a great thing, man. It was good to see. And so I salute you, Shiloh. I know you probably ain't gonna see this. It's all good, but I definitely will salute you, brother. You did it, man. Even when young Dolph son was trolling, man, the type of character that you have to laugh and to joke about certain stuff, man, and don't let it get to you, man. I know that ain't nothing but Coach Prime telling you don't let stuff worry you, man, and you're gonna be all right. So definitely shout out to Shiloh, man. He definitely needs his flowers for the things he do, and I definitely wish you a good luck for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, man, because they do need a good safety, and I think you're a hard hitting safety, and you got good football skills, and man, I really truly wish you nothing but the best. But yeah, man, but I think Shedeur will end up being QB1. Well, I hope he do. I hope he get his fair shot. Hope he does what he has to do. And man, that's it, man. I want to appreciate people for the ones that will watch this, to tune in, man. And man, that's it, man. We out this thing, man. We got people coming in left and right, man. We trying to get this money, man. We trying to get this bread. Yeah. Subscribe, man. Speak Your Game Podcast, man. Subscribe. Let's go.
Inspiration for the future, we can make a change. Kick some knowledge with your partner, you can spit your game. Legendary conversations people wanna know. When you're on the way to greatness, what's the way to go?
What's the way to go?
For the future, we can make a change.
We can make a change.
With your partner, you can spit your game. You can spit your game. Kick some knowledge with your partner, you can spit your game.